My name is Cam Williamson, and I have fallen in love with rock climbing. I set a goal for myself to climb an outdoor crag by my house, local here to Clarksville, Tennessee, by Christmas. So I'm training, but first, I have to take down a 5-10 minus. Here we go. Yeah.
Have a great day.
You too. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Blue 510 minus. We did hit a high point today. Spoiler alert, we did not reach the summit. 2 moves away. But we're getting closer, we're getting smoother. I think if you watched today, I went up the wall much more comfortably. I wasn't fatigued, I wasn't anything like that. And that's what I'm saying, I hit a new high point, so that's good. I found a way around that sloper that just was annihilating me all day yesterday. It just ruined my day of climbing. And today, after I went back last night, watched some beta of my own video, which is why I do these, I was able to find that I don't necessarily even have to deal with the undercling very much, or underpull. You can just go kind of right around it. I was stoked to do that. Now, right here, I took my first serious rest that I've ever taken. So once I got around it to the point where I found a good rest spot, I tried to rest for the first time. I don't do this often. I'm usually in a hurry to get to the top, and on this route specifically, I just don't think that's smart. I think there are such big movements, you have to twist and turn, and there are some places where you may not necessarily feel the most secure when you're making your next move. So each one you want to make sure you have enough power and you feel strong enough to make the move. So right here's where I got stuck. I finally made that move right here, which allowed me to move my foot up and glide on past our problem area yesterday. This right here made coming to the gym worth it. For those of you that don't know, I drive an hour to get to the gym, hour back. So on bad climbing days, that's pretty rough because, you know, you want to see what the best that you can give is, and yesterday I definitely knew that was not my best. Today, getting up here, I had never even touched the little pinches that you see up here to the right hand side, and today we get up there to them. So I was pretty stoked, heart starting to beat, adrenaline starting to rush. It was good, and then I got shocked by the pinch. They were very, very small. But it's no matter because we are going and moving on to take number 2. I gave myself about 10 minutes. That's the longest break I've ever given myself between trying routes. I just usually get impatient. This time I made sure I gave myself enough time that I was going to feel confident going back through the route. So right here, I've pretty much figured out now in muscle memory how to get through what I call the first pitch. It's not the first pitch. And one thing I forgot to mention, I am doing my best. I did not do well on this route, but if you see me reaching out and touching little pieces of gear on the sides of the wall, that was advice given to me by the manager of the gym and somebody I trained with yesterday to start doing that, just to get used to lead climbing, because that's the whole goal here, is to start lead climbing and get out to the Crag of Kings Bluff by Christmas. So as you guys know that, we're right up to our problem area. And here, I think this is kind of a nice medium area. Right past that undercling, it's hard to get past that for me. Right here, you're kind of cruising until you get up to the pinches. If you're not familiar with small pinches, which I was not, they can be quite the surprise. And it can make your heart race, and it can make you kind of do bad climbing techniques, which is kind of what happened to me. So I'm preparing myself all the way up here, making sure that at my best of my ability, I am trying to stay as balanced as possible getting up to those pinches, because I'm going to need all my foundation once I get up there. So now I'm really just trying to make smart moves, look for the best hand holds. Right here, I'm resting my arm, I'm kind of flicking it out a little bit. I really tried to be better today about flicking my arms out, which did allow me to climb longer. I did notice I got pretty pumped when I got off the wall, but it was good because I wasn't as pumped as I was climbing. Allowed me to climb higher, allowed me to climb stronger, so I appreciated that. I got a new chalk bag today, and I'm still learning the dimensions of it. So if you see me miss my chalk bag a little bit, it's because I'm used to my other one, and this one's just a tad bit bigger, so it swings different. Right here, I am actually touching that left pinch and moving my way up to the second one, which would be the second to last move. This little 5/7 barely warrants a voiceover, but since I got the footage, we're going to do the voiceover. I literally danced up this. I was just having fun. I had music in. I think I was listening to California Love by Dr. Dre and Tupac on this one. And if you see at certain points, I'm literally just dancing. I'm just bobbing my head and dancing. I'm just kind of flowing. This is such an easy route for me now. Technically, all I wanted to do was just have fun. Get up there, have fun on the wall, and try to focus on using good technique. Even though you'll see some shiesty shifting of the feet and some things I would not do had I been on a route that was actually, and right there I actually cheated without realizing it. I just put my foot on a purple hold, which is silly, but I did. So yeah, going up and yeah, just having fun. And again, that's a part of it. I really wasn't paying all that much attention. All these holds are very easy. This is more a test of nerve. If you don't get afraid of heights on these routes, then you should be able to climb this one pretty easy. So yeah, this was a great time. There's another one that I do see I'm kind of bouncing. That's not because I'm struggling to get to the next hold. I'm just bobbing my head to the music that I'm listening to. I do a 5/8 here in a little bit with a ledge that I literally stand on and like bebop for a second, and that was fun. It's good to just get these cruises in sometimes, especially when you're battling something. Keep the love alive. And we're back to the blue 510 minus, the battle, the challenge, the current obstacle in my way getting to, once I get past this route, I am good to schedule my lead climbing class. What happens in this one? At this point, I'm pretty fatigued. I'm pretty tired just from climbing, but I'm not so tired that I don't actually have hope that I'm going to get to the top, so that's why I'm staying on the blue 510. Just trying out different things at this point to move around some areas that really fatigue my hands, because now I'm having to drive with my legs, which is why I started on that 5/7, was just to get good muscle memory back of driving with my legs, not pulling with my arms as I climb. As you see, my legs are way more engaged here. I'm not making a move until I set my feet, which is the way I should climb all the time, but I don't quite make it as high just from this time muscle fatigue. And here we go. I got stuck at the same area that I did yesterday. Back, same spot that I fell off of. We're going to try to climb a little bit past, but again, remember, this is now I've just went down and I didn't even take a break. I just started going right back up. So the video started as I was reaching the same spot. Luckily this time I shook out my hands. I found that damn undercling that I was able to just hold on to for a second, shake off both my hands, which I was hoping would be enough to just move on through this area, and it seemed to. So it wasn't so much fatigue, it was more decision making, not doing that fast enough on the last time, which we should see improve. Alright, this attempt, at my level of fatigue, I had no actual hope that I was going to reach the top of this one, but I was just trying to climb well and continue climbing, just building more stamina. So we don't really need to talk about this first pitch a whole lot. These pockets are confusing. It feels like every day when I come back to them, I forget exactly the sequence of like setting my hands, getting on the beginning footholds, switching my hands to be able to get to the other one, because everything happens so quick on this route. You have to like switch your hands and then unswitch them, reach the first couple holds to get past the initial, what I call the first pitch, to even get up to the damn undercling, or your first real cruiser part of the route is once you reach your right hand onto that pinch, if you don't somehow move around it. That's kind of the first part where you're like, okay, now I'm on the route. And then you're working your way up to what I call the second pitch of the route, which is getting past the undercling. If you can get past that, you're on the third pitch, which would be right before the final, which is the crux, making that huge move, and hopefully we'll find a way through this beta tonight to make that move where it's not such a big, almost like a dyno of some kind or something like that. But unfortunately on this turn I didn't make it. Right now I'm standing on the undercling, which you guys know I do not like to do. That's not the undercling, sorry. That's that shaved down one. I'm holding on to the undercling with my left and trying to figure out, because I really don't want to mess with this thing. And see how I'm just holding on to it and I'm pulling myself up, all bent armed, trying to keep them straight as best I can. But this right here is still smoking my arms out. So every second that I'm holding on right here and I'm not very stable on my feet, I should definitely turn that left foot like that, and I would have been able to hold on and not stress myself as much. And then I slip. And this is the 5-8 that I told you I literally just danced through, so I'll let you guys just watch that. There's nothing technical to go through.
What's going on, guys? Just finished climbing. Sorry that the lighting is terrible. I just got my first kit put together. I got a Sterling 60 meter 9.6 millimeter rope in blue, the Petzl Gree. Pretty stoked to have my own one of these. I got a quick draw. I got a new carabiner, an actual climbing one, and then I got a regular piece of static line to practice my quick draws. I got a tip from people at the gym to take your quick draw, clip it to the back end of your rear view mirror, and when you're at a stoplight, practice just clipping it in. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. But now, we're closer to the Crag, baby. Got our own gear now. Let's go home.